We have a trade alert from Josh Brown that we want to get to first. You've doubled your position in
Toast.
TOST.
So my history with the stock since I got involved with it relatively recently, bought it right before an earnings call, and of course it went immediately down. Had a new earnings report 2 weeks ago, which I thought was one of the best earnings reports I've seen from any of the stocks I own this year. I think they beat on revenue by $150 million. This is now a business that, between subscription revenue and annually recurring revenue from the various services they sell to restaurant owners, really is a multi-billion-dollar base that they can build on. And if you think about the TAM, the amount of restaurants, not just in the U.S., but globally, that could use Toast's products and services to make more money. Who doesn't want that? The growth here could go on for a decade or more at relatively high levels. So they obviously have to execute in order to make that happen. Technically, stock looks phenomenal, coming off those lows after the last earnings call. This was a beat. It was a raise. There aren't that many of those in this economy, and I really like the momentum here. So I added to the position, slightly lower than where I first bought it, and may God have mercy on my soul.
All right. So you've doubled your position there.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the overall market?
Well, I said may God have mercy on my soul because I think we're probably about to have a blow-off top in tech if we haven't already. Doesn't have to be the final top. The market's still pretty constructive. I could picture the NASDAQ rallying throughout the course of the year, especially if rates are pretty much done going up. But they get overbought. And overbought is not like a feel thing where you just look at the tape and you say, oh, the roulette table hit black too many times. It's overbought. I'm going red. Overbought literally is when you're tracking relative strength. And when you look at RSIs for some of the hottest tech stocks in the market and some of the largest, they're all approaching levels where you say, okay, this might have gone too far too fast. Not necessarily too far, period, but just in the short term. So I don't hate the idea of maybe calming down a little bit, maybe not adding the next tech stock. I want to point out that nearly 70% of the Triple Q's ETF holdings hit above their 50-day moving average last week. That's now back down to 62%. But those are the highs that we've seen in this reading of breadth going back to December of 22. So this is like the best levels of the year for Q's above that 50-day. And it becomes more challenging for the rally to continue once every stock has already made its move.
All right,
so that's how I'm feeling right now.
So you're not alone.
No.
You know, Jimmy Wolf today says they're just waiting for the inevitable rug pull as it relates to tech. We believe we're in the final stages of the blow-off top for tech, like Josh was talking about. It's not just the narrowness that troubles us, but the wide and growing divergences. And we know what divergences we're talking about between tech and seemingly almost everything else. Not everything else, but almost everything else.
Yeah, and I think it begs the question, you asked it in your intro, of, what happens if tech does reach its top and come down? Does the rest of the market come down with it, or does it come up? Now, I actually take some comfort from this earnings season because a lot of stocks actually did beat, raised guidance, and I'm seeing earnings estimates go up in real hard asset type of stocks, industrials like CAT, like Deere, discretionary, true discretionaries like General Motors or the airlines. These are stocks where they beat earnings, Scott, guidance went up, and estimates are going up. I put all that together. Oh, by the way, I left out the punchline. Most of these stocks, the prices are down, as you alluded to. But I put all this together and I say, in those conditions, if tech has reached a top and comes down, these stocks actually fundamentally are poised to take up the leadership.